Hey there, 1B peeps. Just here to give you a little bit of a rundown about week 7. Now, this week is going to be focused mainly on a couple of different threads that we've been exploring through the class as a whole. One is going to be working on our writing skills, including how we build thesis statements. Now, for the first essay, that one's pretty straightforward, but I want to make sure you've got enough tools on your belt so that if you have to make one in a different class, in a different discipline even, and you got to do it from scratch, you've got ways of making them as strong as possible. We'll also be looking a little bit at our continued work on discourse communities, and how they affect what information that we take in and what information that we are more likely to push to the side. Towards that end, we also have a discussion on the brainwashing of my dad, which is a video, and a discussion on the essay, We're All Confident Idiots, and that's all about the Dunning-Kruger effect, and how people who are so-so in skill levels, or maybe even a little bit below average, often overestimate their abilities. And you've seen this before in your own lives. A person who never really studies for the course, doesn't seem to be putting any effort into a course, might come out of a midterm and be like, oh man, that was easy. That's the Dunning-Kruger effect at work, and it's something that we are all vulnerable to, so it's important for us to know about that. We'll also be talking about cognitive biases in general. And we've got a video right here for that. And again, these are distortions of our own thinking based on the way that humans and their brains work. And then we've got a quiz on thesis statements. And once again, these quizzes are just like quick big idea checks. They shouldn't be stressing you out or anything like that. You can take them as many times as they want. But the act of writing, even like one big idea, two big ideas, is super tightly connected to the act of remembering. And I want to make sure you got those tools on you. So, very quickly, let's go ahead and jump to the overview. Got another nice meme there. Enjoy that at your leisure. Notice for Wednesday, we should have a discussion of the brainwashing of my dad, and We're All Confident Idiots there. And remember, that's your 5 comments through perusal. Remember, you've got until Saturday to put those 2 responses in there to other people's comments, so make sure you do that. But, the sooner you get this done, the more time you've got to look at other people's stuff. And remember, by Saturday, make sure you've got these quizzes taken care of. And that's pretty much it. The larger point we need to take a closer look at are your Essay 2 parameters. Now this is coming up once we get done with the reading portfolio, but do make sure that you keep up on that. This one's called There's Something Rotten at Chaffey. And up here you'll see all the due dates. If you notice, it's pretty spread out. But again, that's because I want us to really focus on those different intermediary steps of the writing process. So I'm going to ask you to invent a conspiracy theory or take parts of it from online and then debunk it. Now, we're going to be using a classical structure called the Ancient Greek stasis theory. And I don't want you to stress out too much about that term. The nice thing about this structure is that it lets you know what you should put in paragraph by paragraph. Facts, definition, the cause, the quality or severity of the problem, that being the conspiracy theory, and the action. Now, given all that, it should be a pretty fun project to write. You do need to have a works cited page, and down here you're going to have other content information that you got to make sure that you take care of. And if you go to the Writing Center, you'll get a bonus point for the class. Thanks, Archer. Thanks for the reminder. Anyway, read through it thoroughly and make sure that if you've got any questions that you talk to me about it. Again, this should be a pretty fun project as well. Don't forget, of course, to keep up on your reading portfolio, because your deadline for that is coming up. And again, if you're doing it as you're reading it, it's going to make life a whole lot easier for you. Thanks a lot. And once again, if you've got any questions, large or small, make sure to let me know. Until next time, happy reading and happy writing.